I thought we would be a 5 seed, and I thought we were going to be in San Jose. That was kind of my gut feeling. As who we were going to play, I had no clue. There was no way to really figure that out. Obviously, we've got a very tough Oregon team who's playing their best basketball right now. Is coming off the Pac-12 championship victory, which in itself says enough. You really don't need to say anything else. They just won the Pac-12 championship. So won 5 out of the last 6 games. So should be a great first-round game.
How much do you know about their personnel? Anything?
I know a little bit about the personnel. Arsalan Kasimi actually came to one of our camps here. We know a couple of their other players who, we recruited a little bit, different things like that. Tony Wood's a transfer. So yeah, I know the names of their players. I have not seen Oregon play a whole lot. I did catch a glimpse of them yesterday watching them. And it went through my mind as I was watching them that, hey, we could actually play these guys. It could be a possibility down the road, whenever it was. So, but again, you're playing another BCS team who just won the Pac-12 championship. So, a great challenge ahead for us.
One of the things that says is the committee really didn't have anybody lined up, or they had somebody else lined up against you and had to change that once Oregon won their Pac-12 tournament.
Oh, you can figure that stuff out quicker than I can. That makes sense, though.
As you were watching it, they were figuring out you were going to play them.
I guess that definitely makes sense. No question. There was so many. I think when you're in that 5 spot, there's so many different teams you could play, depending on seeds and winning and conference championships, things like that. But we're excited going out to the West Coast. I think that's good for our basketball team. Let's get away. We focus and have some great days of preparation. But it's a quick game Thursday for us being here. Obviously, it's not a very long trip for Oregon. Not a very long trip at all for them. So they're kind of used to the West Coast. For us, we need to get on out there.
Well, John asked you about knowing their roster, but one known about them is Dana Altman. He's been around forever, and he's coached at Creighton, and he's kind of a known commodity in the coaching ranks.
Yeah, obviously he had great success at Creighton, and has had a lot of success in coaching. So, I think was it Kansas State too? I think it was at Kansas State. So no question, he's obviously a great coach. Definitely.
Trust, are you surprised they're a 12 seed? They've won 25 games. They finished second in the Pac-12 and won the tournament.
I really can't. I don't know enough about them yet. I don't. You're always shocked when a BCS school wins a tournament championship that they're a 12 seed. That's but I haven't studied enough. I don't know enough about it yet to even that to answer that. So I don't know enough about them.
Your name and your pairing coming down so early, probably your mind just starts going into overdrive. Did you pay attention to where the rest of your Big 12 compadres landed?
No, not really. I knew Kansas got a 1 seed, and Iowa State and Oklahoma got 10 seeds, and I think Kansas State got a 4 seed. So that's about. I don't know who they're playing or where they're playing. But no, I started figuring out who Oregon is at this point. That will consume me for the next 4 or 5 days, whatever it is at this point. So, but no, great challenge for us to start the NCAA tournament against a team very hot, kind of on their own turf a little bit. So great challenge.
And I know you don't ever look ahead, but when you see that, you are in position where you would end up seeing Rick Pitino in Louisville down the line if you can handle your business in San Jose. That, at least it can be said, is that would be interesting.
I hope we get the opportunity. That would be nice. But no, I agree with the committee that they're the #1 overall seed after watching them play last night and what they've done lately in the Big East. That's I would say definitely the team to beat at this point. But it would be nice to have the opportunity to make it that far and have a chance to play.
Coach, I saw you pull out the iPad about 5 seconds after the announcement was made. Is that to research Oregon, or how much time do you actually get to enjoy the selection of it all?
No. I had, I told Big Mike as soon as the name came out, who we were playing, get them, and I want to see what their stat. I want to look at what they're doing, and so more or less to help you guys. I want to be able to at least say something that made me look like a little bit like I knew about the other team. I don't know a whole lot about. Don't know a whole lot about Oregon at this point, other than I know they're extremely well coached. They're playing extremely well, obviously. Because they beat really good teams in the tournament. I think they had to go through California, Stanford, and UCLA to win the thing. So that's not easy to do. They've won some big games this year. So I think they're averaging a lot of points. I think they got, again, 6 guys don't figure, so out rebound their opponents by 6 or 7 a game. So we'll see.
Do you know much about Singler? Obviously, his brother is in the NBA.
I don't know a lot.
How do you feel like you guys are playing right now, and how do you look at this?
I think we're playing well. We've had, we didn't play too well our last game against Kansas State, and going back and watching it, I thought it was probably one of our poorer performances, but I have my reasons for that. I thought our first half against Baylor was very, very good, very good. I thought we played well here against Kansas State in the last regular season game of the year. I thought we played really well. So, yeah, we've won a lot of games. We've lost some here lately. So, I really haven't put a whole lot of thought in how we're playing. I'm putting a whole lot of thought on what we need to do a little bit better, and then start preparing for Oregon. It doesn't matter at this point whether you're playing good or bad. It really doesn't. If you're playing good, doesn't guarantee that you're going to play good the next game. If you're playing bad, doesn't mean you're going to guarantee to play bad the next game. So I don't get, I do see areas that we need to work on tomorrow in practice from our last game, and then depending on scouting report, what Oregon, does, then we'll work on those things as well. So, it's hard. I don't think it's hard for me even with this to say how we're playing good or bad. I wouldn't even know how to, answer that at this point.
Coach,
go ahead.
You guys beat a number 1 seed, and you almost beat another number 1 seed in this NCAA tournament. Does this feel like such an open, and Gonzaga is the other one, such anything can happen kind of year?
Oh, I think more than any year I can remember, I don't think seeding really matters. I really don't. I think, probably if you're a 1 seed, your first game, got a pretty good chance of getting by that. And even after that, I think it's throw it up in the air. I looked at some of those games. I saw there's even a lot of the number 1 seeds had some tough second-round games, and teams that may not have the seeds, but I knew a lot about that. That team, that they have their own reasons that that they could win. I just this year, I think you could throw us in a list of 20 or so teams that could win on any day, any given day. You could have a chance to win and beat anybody. And I can't remember another year that it's been like that.
The games in Kansas City kind of reflected it in the tournament. Is it good to get out of the Big 12 and start playing some teams? It's a two-edged sword.
It's brutal, yeah, no question. I mean, playing teams for the 3rd time is so hard, and it's not a lot of fun. I mean, it is. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. It's going to be good to go against somebody a little bit different.
Travis, this is a team that doesn't have any NCAA tournament experience player-wise, but all the close, tough games you guys have played and won, does that kind of serve as a positive factor in this thing?
I hope so. We have. We've won a lot of close games. We've won games in different fashions: up tempo, slow down. We've won on the road. We've won at neutral sites. We've done a little bit of everything. We were talking about that as a coaching staff this morning. We've been through a lot for a young basketball team that hopefully will prepare us for the challenges of this NCAA tournament. But it's been a very challenging season. We've seen a lot of different aspects for our team to have had to attack. I mean, early on in the season, obviously to the very end of the regular season, it's been good for our team, so hopefully it'll pay off for us. But it's been very challenging. To get to 24-8 has not been easy. Has not been an easy task with a young basketball team, but we figured it out on a lot of nights, just how to figure out how to win.
Everybody go, Coach.
All right.